Andrea, and this is Gail, and we'll do some exercises on the Wunda Chair today. Jay Grimes tells a wonderful story about Joseph Pilates that I love, and he says that Joseph Pilates would close his studio every summer in the month of August, and he would make his clients buy a Wunda Chair. He would give them a little list of exercises so that they would know what they should do for their body so they could keep up their workout until September when the studio opened again. And then I think there would be a test about how they spent their summer vacation, which I think he had a good time with. So Gail loves the chair, and yes?
Yes, oh, I love the chair. I sit a lot in my job, and it helps me a lot to stretch out my lower back.
Okay, so we're going to start with the 100, which is going to give her a little warm-up. She's going to sit on the very edge because her mat is very tiny now. It's a little bit advanced to do this because you don't have the luxury of resting your head if necessary. And then go ahead and stretch yourself out. You're going to inhale deeply, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Gail knows this exercise very well, so she's going to use this time to focus and really draw her stomach in and up. And she's going to really imagine that her legs continue on forever, and her stomach is pulling in the opposite direction. So she's kind of stretching in two directions, so she's already going to start to stretch her low back. And then make sure you're pumping from your back muscles, so your chest is nice and open, and there's no tension in the shoulders. Bring your knees into your chest just for a moment, because that's nice. And then you can step off for a moment. I'm going to turn the chair. So we have it on 2 springs in the middle. These springs are kind of heavy. You can also put it on 1 spring on the top and 1 on the bottom, which is kind of a standard setting. And then let's do the footwork. I'm just putting a pad on the pedal because sometimes the surface of the pedal can be a little bit owie to the foot. And then keep this lift. This is the same positions that we'll do for the footwork on the reformer. So she's going to press down and then pull up. 2, pull up. 3, pull up. And again, she's really working in 2 directions. She's giving her seat a little squeeze as she lifts tall in the stomach. And she's pressing down, so she's reaching each time. And then the second position, she's going to be on her arches. The legs and the inner thighs are together. She's going to press down, pull up. And you can see she makes this look pretty easy, but her torso is really, really still. If that's challenging, you can also hold your hands on either side of the chair, so you can give yourself a little bit of stability. And then the third position, the heels are on the pedal. Yes, really lift as you push down, lift, push down, pull up. Make sure that you're pulling the pedal up, that it's not pushing you around. And then for the final position, Gail's pretty advanced, so she's just going to stand up on the pedal and turn around.
Thank you.
To adjust the pad. And that way she minimizes the transition between exercises, which is going to just make her workout a little bit more challenging. So you're going to stretch down and pull up. And here you can really see that this is going forward, this is going down, and this is really scooping up to the ceiling. Good. You can even pull up even a little more. Pull up. Good. Lift it up as you push down. Pull up. Her shoulders are right over her wrists, so she's kind of stretching away from that position. Good. Pull up in here just a little bit more. And then carefully she's going to step off. Control the pedal up. And then I'm going to change. Now we're going to go to 1 spring for the push down. So she has 1 spring in the middle. This is perhaps Gail's favorite exercise.
It is.
One of mine too. Yes, it is. And then reach your arms up from your waistline. Pull your stomach in and up. You're going to reach to the ceiling, and then across the ceiling, pull your stomach in, so that's what's exerting the pressure on the pedal. And then she's going to pump 3 times. 1, this is still lifting. 2, ooh, very nice. 3, and then scoop this up like crazy, and then the legs reach the floor, the spine reaches down, so you get even a little more nice stretch in there. And then scoop up, and then really pull in and push down. Good. Keep this really still even as you're pumping. So you're pulling the pedal up, pushing it down. And then on this last one, she's going to lift so much. The pedal closes very silently. Very nice. And the arms come up. And then keep that lift internally as you press the arms down by your sides. Very nice. Go ahead and come to the other side of the chair. I'm going to place the pad. So we're going to do a little transition that's challenging for her. She's going to reach up. And then she's going to pull in and curl all the way forward, almost like we're doing the push down from the back. Just be careful because she makes this look very easy. The stomach has to work so that you don't fall forward. And then she's going to press it all the way nearly down. She's going to control herself and the chair and come right to the position for the swan. She got a lot of clearance between her and the chair. Oh, nice job. And then she's going to bend 3 times. 1, this is staying really still. And then again, the stomach is in, the two-way stretch is happening, and then she pulls in even more. Good, and then keep this reaching forward. Good, lift your chest, lift your gaze, pull your stomach in and up, and then pull it in more as you come down. Nice, just one more time. And then this time when she comes up, she's going to actually do a dive. So keep this lifting, and you're going to dive, lift the legs, lift the body, up. Good, this is a little higher. Yes, so this is going to pull up and connect the 2 halves of your body. One more time, pull up. Good, and then carefully step off. And then we're going to do another exercise right afterwards, which will stretch her back in the other direction. This is the reverse swan, or the teaser, essentially. So let's just call it what it is. It's a teaser. There's no mistaking it. Reach your arms up. And then she's going to do the version where her legs are going to lower. So she's going to pull in deeply and reach the leg out. And then the leg will stay down and she will come up. So she's going to imagine that the legs are continuing out on their line and she's reaching in the opposite direction. And then go down one more time. And then you're going to pump 1 time. Come all the way up with everything. Balance for a moment, reach to your toes. And then we're going to do one where she goes exactly like the teaser 3, where she pulls in and reaches everything down. And then she pulls in and everything comes up again. And you can imagine on the way down you're getting longer and longer and your stomach is pulling in toward the chair. And then it pulls in deeper as you reach everything up. And if that's 3, you may stop.
That was 2.
That was 2. Okay, good. Way to fess up. And then come all the way up. Go ahead and lift your waist and reach. And then bend your knees in. Very nice. You can have a seat facing forward. And then this is the mermaid. So her legs are going to go forward. Her stomach is lifting in and up. And then that's the line that she's going to reach on. So she's going to keep that lift in her back. And then up. And I'm just giving her a little stretch. If you can recruit a friend to help you, it's always helpful. And then lift. So the legs are reaching forward, the stomach is pulling in and up. And then she's trying to keep that same shape of her back, stay just a little bit more forward. Good, and then she's trying to lift it more before she returns up again. Very nice. And then she can swing her legs around, and we'll do it to the other side. She's sitting so that the bend of her knee is right kind of flush with the chair, and that just makes you have enough of you on the chair. If you can sit a little more forward, that's fine too, but it just does make it a little bit more challenging. And then lift up. Good. Keep feeling like both sides want to be parallel to the floor, so that helps get you length in this side. One more time. Really squeeze the legs together, reach them forward, lift like crazy. And then lift in your waistline again. Very nice. You can step off. I'm going to set up some pads for the next exercise. So this is probably the most difficult one that we're going to do. This is the twist, and it's basically a teaser with a twist in the middle. And I've placed some pads so that we're taking advantage of the longest diagonal on the chair. It gives you a little guideline and a little cushion for where your hip's going to be. And then this is covering up the spring, so again, you get that longest line. So first she'll balance. She has her left hand that's going to go to the pedal, the left ankle's crossed over. That'll help you squeeze the inner thighs like crazy. And she's going to turn as she twists, as she does the teaser, and then stretch. And then this is pushing onto the pedal so that she does not get pushed around by the pedal. And again, turn. I'm just putting my hand here so that if she should happen to go a little bit too far, she doesn't fall off. And then one more time. So she's pulling in deeply, and then everything is reaching out as she leans on the pedal. Big exhale as you twist. And then really resist that pedal so it doesn't push you around. And then reach to your toes. Keep lifting up out of here like crazy. Maybe a little bit more, a little bit more. Good. And bend your knees. And then she's going to set up the pads for the other side. How are you doing?
Fine.
Oh, good. Good. Delightful. Thank you.
It's a lot of work.
So just make sure you leave enough corner so that you don't fall off the chair. And then I'm going to come over here. So really reach the leg. You're going to then you're going to exhale as you twist. Inhale, coming up. So in this exercise, it's got a lot going on. You're twisting, you're doing the teaser, the pedals going down. Sometimes it's helpful to think about the two-way stretch because it's helpful. You can kind of relate it to a more straightforward exercise. So pull in and then stretch everything out. Oh yes, that was the best one. Exhale. And then resist that pedal as you come up. Good, lift in your waistline and reach to your toes. And then you can bend your knees in. So now, we're going to go back to 2 springs. And she'll have a seat on the chair and we'll do the tendon stretch. So this is going to return her to essentially the same position that she was in when she did the push down way at the beginning. She's a little more stretched out now, of course. And then she's going to pick that pedal up with her stomach. And then as the stomach lifts more, she's going to push the heels down. Yes, so she's actively pushing into the pedal and pulling up. Good, and then really pull your shoulder into the socket so you anchor your upper stomach too. Or you use your upper stomach, I should say. That was great. Go ahead and have a seat. I think that's enough. So keep your feet on the pedal. You'll just go to a little bit of a V. And then you're going to sit right on the edge of the chair. Yes. This way, if you stay on the edge, you can lift your hips straight up and you'll be pretty much equidistant between your arms and your legs. So keep the pedal still and lift yourself up. Keep this lift. Sometimes it's easy to be back on your arms, but you want to really be this way, even maybe a little bit more. And then she's going to pump 3 times. 1, 2, up, 3, up. And then keep the pedal up, scoop the stomach, and have a seat nearly where you left. Good. And come up again. And then if this part is challenging, go ahead and you can pump even more. She's just going to pump 3 times because for her to bend in here and scoop and make her low back stretch is a little bit more challenging. 1 more time. 1, pull up. 2, keep this pulling in. Yes. And then keep scoop. Oh, very nice. Ooh. Would you say that part is more challenging than the pumping?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And then carefully she's going to stand on the pedal again. And now again she finds herself in a similar position. And she's going to pull up. And then lift the stomach and push down. Pull up. And press down. And she's really keeping this part still, shoulders over wrists, so that she doesn't really lean forward and do a lot with the upper body, because this is really a lower body exercise. Let's do 1 more and hold it up there. Good, hold it up there. Keep lifting yourself up like crazy. Anchor your shoulder a little bit more. Excellent. And then press that pedal down with control. Good. And then let's do 1 more exercise. You're going to put your right foot up. Yes, keep your heel high and back. This is going up front. And the way we're going to do it, she's going to pull that pedal up with her stomach. And then she's going to pull the stomach up to the ceiling and stretch that leg down, so it's going to take her forever to come down. Maybe just a little bit forward. Yes. And then scoop the stomach in. Yes, fill the spot in even a little bit more. 1 more time. And then push that pedal down with the buttock and the leg and pull this in even more. And then she can hold onto the chair and change sides. So you could take even a little more time on the way down. Okay. So you can really milk that lift to the ceiling. Coming up. And then be just a little more forward. Good. Lengthen the back of your neck. So as this pulls in and lengthens, your neck is kind of kindred and they will be nice to lengthen together. Good. Good. Even better. And 1 more time. So pull the stomach up like crazy. Take forever to come down. Really make that back leg work to push you down. Oh, that's the best one. And then carefully you can take your hands to the chair and step up. Great, and you are finished. Thank you very much.